What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, February 17th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Pop superstar Adele admitted via Twitter her performance at Monday night's Grammy Awards show didn't go as well as she had hoped it would. She was singing All I Ask during the CBS telecast, which honored excellence in all genres of music, when a sound issue arose. She tweeted, "The piano mics fell on the piano strings. That's what the guitar sound was. It made it sound out of tune. Shit happens." She also added, "Because of it, though, I'm treating myself to an in and out, so maybe it was worth it," referencing to a famous Los Angeles burger palace. Gwen Stefani made history by recording the first ever live music video for Make Me Like You on television during the 58th annual Grammy Awards. The singer appeared on screen Monday night during a commercial break in a live broadcast sponsored by Target, where a special edition of her upcoming album, This Is What the Truth Feels Like, will be sold. The new video featured Stefani undergoing several speedy wardrobe changes, taking part in colorful, perfectly choreographed ensembles, and ultimately tricking her audience into thinking she tripped and fell during the clip's final segments involving rollerblades. Directed by Sophie Muller, the video's risky move reportedly involved a stunt double who fell on purpose. Moments after the choreographed slip-up, the real Stefani appeared in a blossoming red gown to perform the final hook. Justin Bieber joined James Corden for a Grammys-inspired edition of Carpool Karaoke for the Late Late Show following the 58th annual awards show. The duo wore the same white tuxedos, completed with the black bow tie, during their third meeting on the segment Monday night, and highlighted Record of the Year Uptown Funk instead of Bieber's tunes. After Corden and the Sorry Singer shot off a handful of jokes, the two launched the night's episode from the car, singing along to the Late Late Show's theme song as it blared from Corden's car speakers. During the ceremony, Bieber earned his first ever Grammy Award for the collaborative Where Are You Now, featuring Skilla Rex and Diplo, before performing the hit song live alongside the DJs. Lauryn Hill was expected to perform at the 2016 Grammy Awards on Monday, but canceled the day of the ceremony. The 40-year-old singer was slated to sing a surprise duet with The Weeknd, who performed his songs Can't Feel My Face and In the Night solo after Hill was a no-show. Hill's rep said in a statement, "The Grammys announced the performance by Ms. Lauryn Hill prematurely and without approval. Ms. Hill had concerts all weekend, leaving no time to prepare, and was uncertain she would even be able to make it to LA in time to rehearse for the event." Her camp also added any performance that could have happened was never confirmed, and such not have been advertised as such. Ms. Hills was invited to do a collaboration with an artist she appreciates. The performance was intended to be a surprise, and unfortunately, due to its last-minute nature, was unable to come to fruition. Sources, including PR rep Simone Smalls, claim Hill did make it to rehearsals, contrary to the singer's statement. Insiders also told the Staples Center the site of the ceremony after The Weeknd started performing. Smalls tweeted Monday afternoon, "Wow, was at rehearsals and Lauryn Hill rehearsed with The Weeknd, and now she is not for the telecast. Guess she pulled out, #Grammys." She also added, "Lauryn Hill and her background singers rehearsed twice with The Weeknd earlier today, and it was a good performance. Not sure what happened." Hill is an 8-time Grammy winner who last won Album of the Year for Supernatural in 2000. She released 2 singles, including the controversial Neurotic Society in 2013, and contributed to the What Happened, Miss Simone soundtrack last year. The Recording Academy is under fire by fans and family of the late singer Natalie Cole after the Grammy Awards ceremony failed to produce a respectful tribute to late songstress. Although Cole was mentioned during the memoriam segment of the awards ceremony, the 9-time Grammy winner did not receive a musical tribute. David Bowie, B.B. King, Glenn Frey, and Lionel Richie were all given their own dedication performance during Monday's night's event. Speaking with Entertainment Tonight, Cole's sisters Tomlin and Casey Cole said the brief clip of Natalie Cole singing Unforgettable during the memoriam slideshow was a sadly and forgettable one. Words cannot express the outrage and utter disappointment at the disrespectful tribute or lack thereof to a legendary artist such as our sister. Cole's son, Robert Adam Yancey, also chimed in saying, "Here is a woman who has been in the business for 4 decades, has 21 Grammy nominations and won 9 Grammys. She deserves more than to be part of a minute and a half tribute. He also said it was shameless the way they minimized her legacy. We will find solace in her legacy as well as her endless fans around the world. Fans and other celebrities also voiced their disapproval of the treatment of Cole at the awards show. Actress Holly Robinson Peete wrote on Twitter, "We lost so many greats, but Natalie Cole, first African American to win Best New Artist, deserves a tribute." CNN correspondent Chris Witherspoon on Twitter wrote, "Natalie Cole, 9 Grammys and only gets a photo in remembrance montage. David Bowie, 1 Grammy and he receives a 7-minute tribute." Natalie Cole, daughter of the late crooner Nat King Cole, died on December 31st of lung disease. The unforgettable singer was 65 years old. Amy Wadge, who co-wrote Song of the Year Thinking Out Loud with Ed Sheeran, expressed her pride over the duo's Grammy win after being cut off from the award show mic. The songwriter attended the awards ceremony in Los Angeles Monday night alongside Sheeran and walked to the stage with her friend to accept her award from Stevie Wonder. First, Sheeran shared a brief anecdote about the song, which they wrote on a couch in my house after having dinner, quite odd, and turned over the mic to Wadge before it was cut. In response, the crowd at the Staples Center, in good spirits, Wadge expressed her happiness over the win on Twitter. Wadge wrote, "Oh my God, I am so happy right now and so damn proud of Ed Sheeran. We won Song of the Year, woo." After the win, Wadge said backstage she felt amazing. Sheeran soon after insisted she give her acceptance speech in front of the camera, during which she graciously thanked Sheeran, her friend of 8 years, and her husband. Actress Sofia Vergara was a surprise guest during Pitbull's Grammy finale performance. The Modern Family star emerged from under the stage after Monday night's ceremony while the Miami-based rapper performed his hit Taxi with Robin Thicke and drummer Travis Barker. Initially wearing a glittering cartoon taxi costume, Vergara stripped into a golden mini dress upon reaching the stage to dance alongside Pitbull and Thicke. Vergara shared a clip of her practicing her moves backstage before her surprise Grammys appearance. Vergara wrote on Instagram, "Rehearsal in the dressing room." Just in time for the Grammy Awards, some of the biggest stars in music appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live for the third music-infused edition of Mean Tweets. Grammy Award winners Meghan Trainor, along with Little Big Town and Ed Sheeran, joined in on the fun, reading out some of the meanest comments fans have written about them on Twitter. One fan wrote to a shocked Little Big Town who couldn't help but laugh, "I'd rather listen to a turd hitting the toilet than your new songs." Stars such as Drake, One Direction, Demi Lovato, Wiz Khalifa, Ricky Martin, Kelly Clarkson, Blake Shelton, and more were also featured trying their best to take the negative remarks in stride. Drake read out loud, "Drake looks like a ferret with a baby afro." The band One Direction read together and acknowledged, as perhaps a fair critique, "Don't understand the world's obsession with One Direction. What is attractive about little boys with gross hairs and skinny jeans?" And in a related story, Panic at the Disco and Sisqo joined forces to perform the Thong Song on Jimmy Kimmel Live. The collaboration, aptly dubbed Panic at the Sisqo, came together to perform the R&B singer's hit single from 1999 as part of Kimmel's Mashup Mondays concert series. Panic at the Disco frontman Benjamin Urie kicked things off singing the infamous song's opening verse until Sisqo jumped in dramatically, flipping onto the stage, unleashing his signature high notes and acrobatic choreography. The throwback performance ended with the duo singing alongside each other among a sea of adoring fans. Paul McCartney, Beck, and Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins were collectively turned away from a post-Grammys party hosted by rapper Tyga. The trio and their entourage arrived at Argyle in Hollywood late Monday to take part in the festivities, but were turned away by security twice at the door. In a video obtained by TMZ, McCartney is seen standing outside the club and joking, "How VIP do we gotta get? We need another hit." After being rejected a second time, McCartney and his friends decided to try another location instead and were welcomed at the Republic Records Grammy party at Hyde Sunset Kitchen and Cocktail. The latter party is said to have also been attended by Taylor Swift, Zendaya, Tony Bennett, James Bay, and Joan Jonas. After finding out about who was kept from entering his party, Tyga only responded, "I don't know what you're talking about," before leaving the club, TMZ reports. 20th Century Fox has taken to social media to release the first official teaser image of their upcoming Predator revival, The Predator. Posted on the official Predator Facebook page, the image features a lone, battered, scarred Predator along with the phrase, "You'll never see him coming," written across the image. The title of the film is shown for the first time, as well as leading fans to speculate that only one Predator will be present in the film, as opposed to the trio of technologically advanced hunters presented in 2010's Predators. "Here we go again, bro," the post reads as a reference to a line spoken by the character actor Bill Duke from the original 1987 film Predator. Announced in 2014, The Predator will be written and directed by Shane Black, who starred in the original film as the ill-fated Rick Hawkins. Black is known for writing the screenplays for Lethal Weapon, Last Action Hero, and for co-writing and directing Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Iron Man 3. Filmmaker Fred Decker will be joining Black on writing duties, with original producer John Davis returning to produce. The Predator currently has no release date. Kindergarten Cop 2 premiered a first trailer Tuesday on Entertainment Weekly. The PBC's Dolph Lundgren go undercover as a kindergarten teacher to recover stolen data from the Federal Witness Protection Program. Bill Bellamy co-stars as fellow cop Agent Sanders, with Sarah Strange as teacher Miss St. Clair. The film is a reboot of Kindergarten Cop, which opened in theaters in 1990 and starred Arnold Schwarzenegger as Agent John Kimball. The original movie was directed by Ghostbusters helmer Ivan Reitman and earned $202 million at the box office. Kindergarten Cop 2 will be released on DVD and digital HD on May 17th. Rich girl actor Don Michael Paul, who directed Jarhead 2, Field of Fire, helms the sequel, which was co-executive produced by Mike Elliott and Brian Grazer. Lundgren made a brief appearance in Hail Caesar and will star in Larceny with Louis Mandaler. The actor is also slated for Without You, I'm Nothing, and Welcome to Wiltis, and will direct and star in Wanted Man. Priyanka Chopra has joined the cast of the Paramount Pictures Baywatch movie. The 33-year-old Indian actress confirmed as much in a video announcement Tuesday, over a month after news outlets first linked her to the project. Co-star Dwayne Johnson wrote on Instagram, "She's one of the biggest stars in the world, insanely talented, relentlessly smoking, and extremely dangerous, perfect for #Baywatch." He also added, "Welcome at Priyanka Chopra to our bad and incredibly dysfunctional family. Q rated R slow-mo running on the beach. We start shooting next week. World. #Welcome to Baywatch." Chopra will probably play a villain in the forthcoming movie. E! News reported that the actress's role was originally written for a man, but changed to a woman to incorporate the Quantico star. Johnson, Zac Efron, Alexandra Daddario, Kelly Roebuck, and Infamous Hadera will star with Chopra in the big screen reboot. Horrible Bosses director Seth Gordon will helm the film, which opens in theaters May 19th, 2017. Baywatch was the series ran from 1989 to 1990 on NBC, and from 1991 to 2001 in syndication. Pamela Anderson, David Hasselhoff, and Nicole Egger were among the original stars who played Los Angeles County lifeguards in the action drama. Chopra is a well-known Bollywood star who plays FBI agent Alex Parrish on ABC's series Quantico. The thriller co-stars Josh Hopkins and Jave McLaughlin and will return from mid-season break March 6. Ryan Reynolds reports he crashed a promo junket for Hugh Jackman's latest film, Eddie the Eagle, to ask a few unexpected questions to the X-Men Wolverine actor. The Deadpool star and husband to actors Blake Lively sat with friend Jackman and presented a series of inquiries which could have doubled as sideways compliments about his acting career, looks, and X-Men persona. Reynolds said, "Many actors enjoy performing their own stunts. Do you do all your own acting?" Jackman quipped, "If there are sex scenes, I do them. Key to a good marriage." Reynolds went on to ask various unrelated questions regarding Eddie the Eagle, with which Jackman went pleasantly along with, before asking whether the X-Men actor, whose Wolverine character exists in the same universe as Deadpool, ages at all. Jackman said, "Not since 2008, to which Reynolds responded with another compliment about his looks. At the end, the duo did some scene work where they improvised a skit involving a knife. The move to interview together may be a link regarding an upcoming face-off or cameo involving the two in either the upcoming X-Force or a supposed Deadpool sequel." Lindsey Vonn wore nothing but pain for the 2016 Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. The 31-year-old Olympic alpine ski racer posed in a painted one piece for the magazine's annual issue, which also features UFC fighter Ronda Rousey and Danish tennis pro Caroline Wozniacki in body paint. Vonn said in the behind-the-scenes video, I don't wear one pieces often, so this is going to be fun." She tweeted Monday, "So excited to be part of this at SI_swimsuit issue, #strong is beautiful." Sports Illustrated unveiled Rousey, Ashley Graham, and Haley Clausen's cover at a televised event Monday. Assisting manager editor MJ Day praised Vonn and the other participants in a statement earlier in the day. Day said, "Every single woman that is booked for this magazine is cover-worthy. The collective beauty in the magazine is overwhelming. SI has always been and will always be about the models. The pictures you see here are a celebration celebration of them. The 2016 edition marks Vonn's second appearance in the swimsuit issue. The athlete encouraged women to, quote, embrace who they are and to, quote, never stop loving themselves in an interview with The New Potato in May. She told the lifestyle site, I practice beauty through being healthy. I eat a balanced, low-sodium diet with a lot of protein, and I stay active. Working out is part of my job, so it's easy to stay motivated. Vonn is a four-time American World Cup alpine ski racing champion who won a gold medal in downhill skiing at the 2010 Winter Olympics. She's also known for a relationship with pro golfer Tiger Woods, whom she split from after 3 years of dating in May. Big Ange, embroiled in a battle with stage 4 cancer, said Tuesday she finds motivation in her family. The 55-year-old Mob Wives star, born Angela Raiola, revealed on the Dr. Oz show that she's experiencing bouts of hope and depression. She's been diagnosed with stage 4 brain and lung cancer. The star told Dr. Mehem Oz, I try to stay positive. I look at my kids and my grandchildren, and I know how much they need me. My daughter lives with me with her kids and her husband, so I'm very close to my grandchildren. Big Ange was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2015 and was twice declared cancer-free only for the disease to return. She started chemotherapy again in January and is switching to an advanced approach intended to boost her immune system. She said, sometimes I feel I'm going to be fine, and sometimes I just don't think I am. I can't make sense of this. One day I was perfectly fine, thinking I had strep throat. The next thing I know, I have stage 2 throat cancer. Big Ange is mom to 2 children and welcomed her 6th grandchild, Angelique Scotto, in January. Her sister, Janine DeTore, raised over $44,000 for the star this month, and Big Ange thanked fans on Twitter. She tweeted, I know I've said this before, but I just want to make sure it's always known. Thank you all for the concern, support, and love and well wishes. Your messages aren't going unnoticed. Just understand it's all very overwhelming. I truly love you all. Mob Wives, in its 6th and final season, airs Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on VH1. Picture this scenario. What if they throw a Beyonce protest and the ones organizing it don't show up? That's the question that no doubt went through the minds of the singer's supporters and New Yorkers in general, who woke on a rainy Tuesday morning ready for a face-off with anti-Beyonce demonstrators, only to discover that their adversaries didn't show up to their own event. The planned anti-Beyonce protest was sparked by the singer's performance of her new single Formation, which embraces Black American life and culture at the halftime show for Super Bowl 50. Beyonce performed on Super Bowl Sunday with a cadre of dancers whose costumes, black leather, black berets, and 60s styles afros recalled the garb of the Black Panthers in their heyday. Members of the the NYPD and the National Football League security showed up today, prepared for the expected showdown, according to CBS 2 New York. Opponents, including former New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani, expressed outrage at the singer and the song. Some of their eries was also leveled at the National Football League itself for providing what they said was a platform for cop-killer entertainment. The anti-Beyonce group, Proud of the Blues, took to the Eventbrite event promotion service to announce a protest set for Tuesday morning outside the NFL's main office on Park Avenue in Manhattan. But no one from the other side showed up. WCBS and WINS Radio reported that about 36 Beyonce supporters gathered on the sidewalk outside the NFL building and nobody else. Protester Spencer Jones told CBS 2, I'm disappointed. I really wanted to talk to them and hear their side. I'm not sure why they're not here. I'm kind of sad about that, but I still think coming out here was worth it. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1966, Brian Wilson rolls tape on Good Vibrations, Take 1. From the very beginning, the Beach Boys had a sound that was unmistakably their own, but without resident genius Brian Wilson pushing them into deeper waters with his songwriting and production talents, songs like Surfin' Safari and Surfin' USA might have been their greatest legacy. While the rest of the band toured during their mid-60s heyday, Wilson lost himself in the recording studio creating the music for an album, Pet Sounds, that is widely regarded as one of the all-time best, and a single, Good Vibrations, on which he lavished more than attention and money that had ever been spent previously on a single recording. Brian Wilson rolled tape on Take 1 of Good Vibrations on February 17, 1966. 6 months, 4 studios, and $50,000 later, he finally completed his 3-minute and 39-second symphony, pieced together from more than 90 hours of tape recording during literally hundreds of sessions. Brian Wilson began Good Vibrations that February night in 1966 with the intention of including it on Pet Sounds. Harmonica player Tommy Morgan recalled how those sessions would work. He said, "You'd sit with a music stand with a blank piece of paper, waiting for Brian to give you your notes. He knew exactly what he wanted. He had every note in his head. The problem was that Wilson had awful lot of those notes in his head. Notes from different keyboards, different strings, different percussion instruments, and most famously notes for the most different instrument ever to appear on a pop record, the otherworldly electric theremin, an early electronic instrument previously heard in movies like It Came from Outer Space. Emulating and ultimately outdoing his idol Phil Spector, Brian was building Good Vibrations into a massive wall of sound, and the further he went with it, the more it became clear that his vision for the record was too great to rush. Pet Sounds was released without Good Vibrations, which Wilson returned it to Ernest several months after his initial sessions. While the rest of his fellow Beach Boys finally heard the track that Brian Wilson had been working on in seclusion for more than half a year, they were extremely enthusiastic, and Good Vibrations went on to become their third #1 hit single. It also turned out to be the last Beach Boys recording that Brian Wilson would fully participate in for years to come, as drugs, depression, and mental illness derailed his career in the late 1960s. Also on this date in 1982, the American director, actor, and drama coach Lee Strasberg, who popularized method acting, dies of a heart attack at the age of 80. Born in Poland, Strasberg immigrated to the United States in 1909 at the age of 8. He became a U.S. citizen in 1936. While working as a wig maker, he began studying improvisational acting at the American Laboratory Theater, making his professional debut in a 1925 production of Processional by the Theater Guild. He also worked as a stage manager. In 1931, Strasberg co-founded the group theater with some Guild colleagues. He would go on to direct such future stars as Harry Adler and John Garfield in experimental plays like the Pulitzer Prize-winning Men in White in 1934. After spending most of the 40s in Hollywood, Strasberg returned to New York in 1948 and joined the fledgling Actors Studio, which had been formed by his former group theater associates Ilya Kazan, Cheryl Crawford, and Robert Lewis. As the organization's artistic director, he counseled hundreds of students in the Method, a system begun in Russia by Konstantin Stanislavski of the Moscow Art Theater. The technique required actors to draw on their own intense memories of emotion in order to generate the feelings necessary to portray their characters on screen and stage. Method acting's most famous adherent was Marlon Brando, who burst into prominence with his charismatic portrayal of Stanley Kowalski in a 1947 Broadway production of Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire, directed by Kazan. Strasberg's other famous students included Paul Newman, Dustin Hoffman, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Sidney Poitier, Anne Bancroft, Geraldine Page, and Rod Steiger. In addition to his work with actors, Strasberg developed such acclaimed plays as A Hatful of Rain, Any Wednesday, and The Night of the Iguana. Though he had retired from acting himself in 1926, except for a brief stage appearance in 1936, he was known for acting in Class, and in 1974 he was convinced by Pacino and Francis Ford Coppola to make his movie debut in The Godfather Part 2. As gangster Hyman Roth, Strasberg earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. During his final years, Strasberg divided his time between teaching and acting in films, including 1977's The Cassandra Crossing and 1979's And Justice for All, Boardwalk, and Going in Style. After his death in 1982, his wife Anna and son David Lee continued to carry out his work through the Lee Strasberg Creative Center in West Hollywood and the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute in Manhattan. And that's your entertainment report for Wednesday, February 17th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.